my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless. Whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. Now, I do have another platform. It's called ASTRAEA Love, ASTRAEA LOVE. Check that one out, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to both platforms. Okay, please like the video. It really helps if you like the video. Tap the notification bell. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. Really important stuff, okay, to support this platform. And I would watch each of the readings on both platforms at your leisure, whenever you have time, because each reading is going to hold a personal download for you, an Easter egg of knowledge for you to decode, and it's going to help you on your spiritual journey. So that's why I suggest that you watch the readings on both platforms. So I've had a really good day. Hope you guys are having a really good day. We are calling upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. And we're asking that they put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe from any harm or any negative interference or influence that would come from anyone or anything or anywhere. We also would like to say thank you, God, for everything that you've done for us. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to the divine realm and the Most High for everything that I do. I don't claim to be anything without my connection to God. So thank you and continue to bless us. I love you. Thank you. Amen. So by watching my readings, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. I don't claim to be a doctor, a lawyer. If I talk about anything in the realms of legal or health, follow up with a professional in the field of that advice before you apply any advice that you hear from me or any other reader to your life, okay? Please use your best discernment, use your intuition. These readings are an opportunity for you to use your intuition, use your gifts and abilities to learn, okay? And it's like, I would take advantage of these readings while I am here, okay? I'm just going to say that. While I'm on the planet, take advantage of these readings. They're here for you guys. They're here to help, okay? So we're working towards getting to 1,000 subscribers so that we can then do super chats, okay? On my other platform, if you send me a $20 super chat with your question, I will tap the 20-minute timer and I will answer your question. Sometimes if it takes a little bit more than 20 minutes, that's okay. Just depending on how many people are going to ask questions. I would ask the questions at the beginning of the reading. That way that make sure we have enough time, okay, for that. But yeah, that's the way that I'm making myself available. On this platform, I don't have 1,000 people yet to be able to be monetized or to have, what do you call it? The super chat. But I do have a PayPal and a Cash App below that you can use to send me a $20 donation. And then let me know that you've done that. I'll check and make sure that it's gone through, and then I will answer your question. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. Oh, tamales are so good. I have not had a tamale in years. I think my favorite type of tamale are the corn ones. Like, they're really, really sweet. They like the inside is corn. Usually there's stuff with like chicken or pork, but oh, tamales, that sounds so good. So yeah, so that's the way that I'm doing personal questions, is $20 per question. And the links to that is in the description box below. Okay, so I'm going to talk about 2 books before we get into the reading. The first one is the book that changed my life. I will tell you, I've always been psychic. And please like the video, tap the notification bell, make sure you're subscribed to my other platform, ASTRAEA Love, and hype the video, you guys. Show your girl some love so that we can get these messages to the people that need to hear them so that we can get monetized and all of that good stuff, okay? I'm paying it forward. If you could just reciprocate the energy and pay it forward, I would greatly appreciate it. And I really love and appreciate you guys for liking the video and spending your time with me. So why I tell you about the truth of God is because when people are like, well, how do you do that? How are you doing this? This is how I'm doing it. It's the techniques out of this book that I use every day that keep me stable and able to continue to do things like crossover negative entities and things like that. Okay, this is called The Truth of God by STEADMAN. It talks about, you are not a spark of God. You are not a child of God. You are not like a God. You are not a God, one of many. You are not going to be God someday. You are God now, having this experience. So this book tells you about your higher self. It helps you connect. It teaches you how to meditate. It teaches you how to get grounded. It teaches you the God technique, which raises you out of the ego so that you're looking out through the eyes of your higher self, aka God, so you can see things from the bigger picture, so that you're not walking around feeling blinded, and you're tapped in with source, okay? The love, joy, peace, and compassion of the universe, which is the energy of God. So this book teaches you many things, from energy ball to gratitude, feeling meditation, our frequency, the spiritual bank. All of this stuff is important. But I'm just going to be talking about the 3 main techniques, because it is an intuitive workbook. So got already made techniques that have been proven to work that many people use. Okay. The second technique, and the person that wrote this is a genius. They're point blank a genius, and they're an intuitive, and they are just as much gifted as I am. They're just gifted in being connected. Okay. So you don't have to be psychic to use this book to gain your own abilities and stuff like that. The second technique that I'm going to talk about is the joy versus anger technique. It says, even intuitive people that have a form of inner communication ask a question and receive an answer of some sort, hearing, seeing, or feeling. Their answers are also colorized by their beliefs. So the joy versus anger techniques allows you to ask yes and no questions with your higher self so you can get an immediate answer back. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please and thank you, so that you can get an immediate answer. And that way you start asking questions. My life before doing the God technique was, I felt trapped in the psychic realm, okay, having experiences that I couldn't control, that I couldn't get out of. The second technique, my life before asking questions, I was having lots of experiences that I did not like. Now that I can ask questions, should I go here? Should I eat this? Should I drink this? Should I do this? Everything seems to work out good. And the only time it doesn't is when I forget to ask a question. Like, seriously. And it always goes to prove me that I just needed to ask a question, or if it worked out okay, then I was already intuitively connected and followed through with something that I didn't ask a question on, and it worked out. So the joy versus anger technique, it gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions and get an answer back right then and there, so that you're not having to say a prayer, wait for a sign, look for a miracle, anything like that. You're in charge of getting your own answers and having an inner communication with God, your higher self, all of the time. And so then you can start being divinely led in your life. The third, it says, as the joy versus anger technique was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative mental, emotional baggage beliefs that we are dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we're experiencing. So the mind technique is the third technique. It gives you the ability to clear the junk, in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, so that you can get rid of beliefs that are no longer serving you, so that you don't keep pulling in the same experiences. You guys, we got 14 people watching, 3 likes on the videos. If you could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it, you guys, please and thank you. And thank you guys for your support. Thank you for your donations, and thank you for all of your love. I really do appreciate you guys. So get this book. It's going to change your life. The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. The link to that's in the description box below. The second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And this book teaches you how to read your own tarot cards. You're going to need the original Rider-Waite deck, R-Y-D-E-R. Wait. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to say no bullying me, anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. You'll get canceled, rebuked, reported to Archangel Michael real fucking quick, and reported to the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So anyways, and so don't even fucking come in here on your religious Bible thumping bullshit. Okay. We're literally not accepting that crap. All right. We cancel and rebuke you. Point blank, period. For continuing to recite bullshit rhetoric that other dead fucking men that betrayed Jesus. Jesus didn't use a Bible. He didn't go to fucking church. He went to the desert. He meditated. He had his own connection with God. So stop being bigots and hypocrites, and stop telling other people to repent. If you have a problem with me and you think that I'm saying something that's bad, don't fucking watch me. Go somewhere else. Go harass somebody the fuck else. Point blank, period. Because I will report you to everything in existence. Just know that. That is what my actual job is, to report, use my gifts and abilities to report to everything in existence what the fuck you're doing. You should not be trying to condemn anybody else when you're living a life full of fucking sin and judgment. Thou shalt not be judging other people. Stop being a judgmental piece of shit. Okay, if you don't want to be judged in the same measure, which I will mirror that shit the fuck back to you, do not go around Bible thumping and judging other people. It is not your place. Let God and the universe do the judgment. Leave people the fuck alone. Point blank, period. So anyways, in this, why I created this book is because I know how hard it can be to pull cards for yourself and to understand what's going on when you're wanting to see a certain situation play out. And sometimes the cards, especially like when I do readings for people, it may pull something that I was not thinking about. This is why, like, I become the person that I work with that's another psychic. They are very, very good at asking the right questions. They can get to the bottom of whatever it is by asking the right questions. Okay. Where my abilities they just work on their own. They've always been that way. So I've created major arcana tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions that you'll experience as a human, like the Emperor. Okay. The Hangman, the Lovers. They're the most powerful. I want to say that they're the most powerful cards in the deck. Being a human, you will go through every single one of these cards at some point in your life. Okay. But, that's just because the tarot maps the human experience. That's why, you know, it can be used for divination. But Temperance, there is a tarot card spread with Archangel Michael that does a spell with Archangel Michael to create temperance. So you're using your discernment. The Wheel of Fortune, really powerful cards to create and manifest good luck. And so you do a deep dive I've created for everything that you see on the original Rider-Waite deck. I've created a tarot card position, and then I've given further guidance. And at the beginning, I've created a 14 zodiac. It's basically like a yearly reading that you can do with the 14 zodiac signs that help you to integrate the different zodiacs into your life. And then a spell to get you in alignment with your destiny so that you're fulfilling what you came here to do. So I'm just going to read the Magician Tarot card spread. Position 1, the Ancestors. This position carries instructions and messages from your ancestry to you. You may pick up on an important message coming from your ancestors. Does the card that you pulled give you a feeling of foreboding? Are there any messages that this card has to tell you about how your ancestors are feeling about your choices? You may pick up on old energies that need to be cleared in this position. Position number 2, the Spirit Guide and Guardian Angel. This position will reveal messages and insights that your spirit guides and guardian angels have for you. They have been whispering through the breeze to you an important message. Divinity is your natural state of being. This card position shows you how your inner connection to your spirit guides and the divine is helping your ascent in life. How your spirit guides speak to you and how you interpret their communications can be shown to you through the card for this position. And then I've just got more and more positions that help you understand the archetype energy of the Magician. The Path of the Alchemist, the Path of the Seer, the Psychic Reader. I'm going to read position 5. If you have psychic skills and want to put them to use, then this is the card position for you. This position will reveal to you clues into what your psychic gifts come through your bloodline. Pay attention to your thoughts and any visions that come through the card for this spot. If you pull the Star or the High Priestess card for this position, that will be a double confirmation that you are meant to be a psychic reader and that is compatible for you. Okay, and then it keeps going. The Path of the Practitioner, the Path of the Energy Healer, the Reiki person, the Path of the Sorcerer, the Path of the Necromancer. And it goes through everything that's on the Magician card. And then the spell for the Magician is manifesting your own magic. So these are not spells that you do. You do it with God and the Holy Spirit. It's like an affirmation, prayer type thing, and invocation, where you're drawing in the major arcana energies so that you're integrating these major transitions in life. Okay, so we got the High Priestess. The Empress one is to attain beauty. The High Priestess one is to tap into your intuition and your abilities. The Hierophant is to manifest lack into nothingness. So it's void magic. You're getting rid of lack mentality by voiding it. It's void and null. And then the Lovers to draw in new love, all of that stuff. or to draw love in. The Hangman, to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. The Death card is also to bring about endings that are appropriate and necessary for you to move forward. And so you can literally, in that part of the spell, you can state whatever it is that you need an ending brought to. So yeah, they're manifestation techniques. This book is a portal. You can use this book as many times as you want and do the tarot card spreads for yourself or for somebody else as many times as you want. Like, you can use it like forever, okay? And still get different messages coming through, new things that you need to know about. I would take pictures of each of your tarot card spreads or video record it, and you saying out loud what you're picking up on or writing it down, because later on when you go back to look, you're going to see so much stuff that you didn't see the first time, and it's just going to really help you. Okay. So this book is designed to help you learn to read your cards for yourself and for other people. And then in the back of the book is a compendium of knowledge for when the major arcana cards start coming out, one next to one another, and what that could mean. So the Hierophant Tarot card in the reading could indicate that the Most High God is showing its hand or intervening on your behalf or on the behalf of whoever you're reading for. The Hierophant Tarot card in a reading could also indicate that there is a Hierophant group involved with this situation. Hierophant groups can be anything from gangs, the mafia, covens, religions, the occult, the Freemasons, secret societies such as Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove, etc. If you pull the Hierophant Tarot card with the Chariot Tarot card, it could mean that someone in a Hierophant group, religion, cult, or secret society is also someone in law enforcement. If you pull the Hierophant Tarot card and then the Death Tarot card, it could indicate an ending is coming to whatever organization or secret society or religious group or negative collaboration against you. When you pull the Hierophant Tarot card with the Devil Tarot card, it could indicate that someone is in a position of authority, is corrupt, wicked, and under the influence of negative forces associated with the devil. This could also be an indicator that the Hierophant works for or worships the devil and not God. If you pull the Hierophant Tarot card and the Magician Tarot card, it could indicate that the Hierophant is using magical practices behind their religious occult practices or behind the scenes. If the Magician Tarot card is in the reverse, then it means that the Hierophant is using black magic. If you pull the Hierophant with the star in the reverse, it could indicate that the person or Hierophant in question is a false prophet. It just keeps going on and on and on, you guys. Check this book out. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. I suggest that you get both of these books. They're a great investment. They're going to help you on your spiritual journey in major ways, okay? So the first one's an intuitive workbook, The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. When people are like, well, how did you come across this information? How do you do this? How do you do that? I do it through connecting with God. And I gained that connection from reading this book and having my own experiences with it and using the techniques that are in it. So my message for you guys, now that we got that out of the way, is that literally somebody got cut up. Maybe they're getting cut out of something. Somebody got caught. They got caught up, okay, with their hand in the cookie jar. That metaphor, which is like trying to steal a cookie or whatever. This person was trying to put their hand into your abundance and pull some shit out. This could be somebody that, whoever was doing this was somebody that either works in politics, or maybe you're meant to work in politics. Maybe this person was trying to use rules and regulations or create regulations against you so that you wouldn't be able to have your own cookies, whatever this is about. Okay, they're trying to restrict you in some type of way. This person is caught. They're caught up. They look guilty and they look like a fool. Point blank, period. That's literally the energy that they have. This person is caught up. It's being caught red-handed. They could have been caught cheating red-handed. Whatever this is. They just want your attention. Clout chasing, copycats, coveting clones. These people had no intention of ever letting you go or letting you live your life. I feel like, well, what do we need to know, Spirit? What do we need to know, God? I guess you just need to know that divine intervention is at play. Okay, that God, Source, the Most High, loves you. Divine intervention is at play. These people, they're not getting what they want. They're not able to use some type of rule or regulation against you. They can't force any body of government to come take you. Like, what the fuck? This person is going to end up in a very bad position because they were trying to get different governmental bodies to come for you. Now they just look like a weird ass person. They look like a weirdo to everybody. They were never your friend. They were always trolling. Oh, hell no. This person was a friend. Now they want to use a rule or regulation against you that doesn't exist. You guys, can we please get the likes up? I would really appreciate if you could reciprocate the energy. I'm already doing a really big service here. If you could just like the video, I would so greatly appreciate that. And that would help this platform to become monetized. Make sure you guys subscribe. That would help this platform get to the people that need to hear these messages so that more people can be delivered. More people can gain access to the truth of God and start helping themselves the way that I've been able to help myself. Am I perfect? No. But the more that I tap into God's energy, the more perfect that I will become. Okay. And same thing for you guys. This person was creating you to be the villain of their story, and like, you're not even a villain. You're not even doing anything to them. This is why I think that people that come in and try to provoke you knowingly, like this could be a Karen, for example, that's always complaining, that's coming in trying to knowingly provoke you. They better be, you know, prepared for a dragon to come blow smoke up their fucking ass. Literally. This person has had no reason to make you their opposition. They're just coming in to harass you, to try to be a bitch. This person's a coward. Literally. Your ancestors don't like this person. They don't want this person anywhere near you. This person needs to stop talking about you. This person, you don't consider this person to be a friend. You consider them to be a frenemy, an enemy, but you don't consider them to be your friend because they're not. This water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Maybe these people were trying to sacrifice you by trying to throw you under the bus and make you something that you're not. What you're not is somebody's sacrifice. What you're not is somebody's enemy. You've never came for these people. So they want to use what? A politician, a rule, a regulation? No. When it comes to your free will, these people need to back the fuck up. When it comes to your own mind, these people need to get the fuck out of your energy. It's not their mind. Since this person is not your God, they can only be God for themselves. They cannot be God for you. And we're not existing in the fullness of God. Okay, we can tap in and become more of the fullness of God, but are we originally? No. If we don't use that divine connection that we have at birth as a baby, coming right from the divine, if we don't start to use that, it will fade away. And that's how people get trapped in cycles and get put to sleep in the matrix. It says like you're dealing with NPCs. These people are not actual real people. They're being programmed by somebody or something else, some politics, some rule, whatever. I'm not a person. To me, if you're into politics, that's cool. For me, that's not my path. I don't give a shit about that stuff. I want the world to be fine, but I do not have the attention span to watch politics like that. Okay. And I don't believe that the system is just or right in any type of way. So I feel like it's rigged and it's fake. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's just my own opinion. I'm just not interested in politics. It's something that I could, if putting on politics, I could go to sleep really easy. But like if somebody were to put on a history documentary or something that actually is interesting, I'd stay able to tap into it. So anyways, that's just my own personal thing. You could be feeling that way about politics, that it's just like, it's like kind of boring and dull or whatever. I feel like this water sign is already being haunted. They could have been attached to some type of jinn energy without knowing it. I mean, whose fault is that though? Yeah, your ancestors don't like these people coming in and trying to tell you what you can do and what you can't do with your life. How about they mind their fucking business? How about that? Things would go a lot better for these people if they would mind their own business. But yeah, they're calling upon forces that they cannot control, and these people have entities that are after them now. This person was acting like a friend while they're over here trying to restrict you from being able to use your abilities. In what world? You're going to take away an inheritance that God gave somebody. That's just not going to happen. I'm picking up a lot of voodoo here. A lot of freaking voodoo that's being done, even right the fuck now. We cancel and rebuke these people. We cancel and rebuke their prayers, their witchcraft, their cries out for help. The fuck? For every moment that we had a stabbing pain or something, we couldn't figure out what was going on. And it was the suffering of demonic torment and fucking voodoo. For every second that we suffered, every tear we cried, these people are going to have to pay that shit the fuck back in this lifetime. You're not going to be around them in another lifetime. They're not a part of your soul tribe. As much as this water sign wants to be, they are not a part of your soul tribe. They have been ex-nayed, kicked out, scattered. Their ashes are being scattered to the wind. These people's freaking hearts are being weighed by the feather of my yacht, and they're not found pure, point blank, period. Then they're looking at themselves like, why did I make this person an enemy? Why did I? This person was saying that you were cursing them, and you were not cursing them. You could have cussed this person out, but you never actually cursed them. You know what I mean? All this shit's going back to them. It's all reversing. Not only that, if you literally, this is live right now, yeah. If you literally used your ability, you would be able to transfer all of this shit right back onto the person doing it. And I get that there's probably 2 or 3 people that are doing it. You'd be able to transfer all of it immediately to their bodies. This is like having a voodoo doll ability where you could, and I don't think you should ever hurt yourself, but you could stab yourself and somebody else is going to feel that shit. I mean, you would still feel it. That's why don't hurt yourself, obviously. But literally, these people, they think that they're doing something to you. All they're doing is hurting themselves. Literally. And they're calling upon these spirits that don't, excommunicated John Wick style. That's exactly it. Jinns and witchcraft, these people are wishing against you. They were trying to put you in poverty. For whatever reason, they wanted to energy harvest off of you. You guys, we got 50 people watching and 17 likes. Can you please like the video? I don't want to keep asking, but please like the video, you guys. It really helps the platform. Hype the video. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed. It helps this platform get to the people that need to hear the messages. So yeah, this energy harvesting, everything that they have was stolen. It doesn't actually belong to them. Call your power and your energy back to you. All of these people are going to lose everything that they have because it's not theirs. They forgot about the law of attraction as they're over here trying to create laws to regulate you, to restrict you from being able to do what you do. They abuse the law of attraction, the law of the universe. Pick a card from the time oracle. So I guess we're supposed to look at a time frame and maybe some zodiac signs. I know the water sign's already out there. Dirty ass people. And like literally, you're not the type of person that goes around fucking people over. This person was always a snake. They're always going to turn on you. I don't like people that I can't trust. People that are not loyal, I don't like that shit at all. Like, seriously. And I don't take anybody serious that's not a loyal person. If they can't be authentically themselves or loyal to whatever it is that they feel is right, if they can't be loyal to me, then I don't want them anywhere fucking near me. Anybody that's going to just randomly betray me when their snake ass gets ready, I don't want those people anywhere near me. That's not a loss to me. If I'm dodging people like that, do you think I feel like I'm losing out in life? You mean I'm not having to interact with a fucking snake anymore? And I love snakes, like the animal. But yeah, not having to interact with somebody who's a betraying bitch. Oh, and a Karen. Look, this person knows there's many factors contributing to your destiny. This is why there's not one thing that they can just do to block you. They have to try to do many things. And all of these things have failed. Them putting you in poverty was such a temporary win. These people thought this is what the universe did to them. This universe allowed them to think that they had put you in a position where you're going to be struggling and suffering. And now they're finding out that the universe punked they dumbass, and they're now in that same position. And these people, you had to crawl out of the pit that they dug for you after they hit you over the head with the shovel and kicked your ass in. You had to crawl out of that pit. And you did. You survived it. These people, they don't have the strength to crawl out of the pit that they dug for you. Now they have to answer for that. You guys are gaining clarity at this time. Unexpected. Because this shift, this change, and it's not unexpected. I've told people for a long time, the age of Pisces is over. That was Jesus's age. Now it's the age of Aquarius. New enlightened thought, new ideas. This is not an unexpected transition of power. This was foretold to fucking happen at the end of the age of Pisces. These people knew the shit was coming. They knew that there would be an unexpected shift that would turn the last into the first and the first into the last and rearrange things the way that they actually should be. Things were allowed to be unjust, unfair, and incorrect and atomically incorrect, numberly incorrect. Okay. It was allowed to be done for only a certain amount of time, and that time is now over. This unexpected shift is happening subtly. You're being freed from this person or these people and from this vampirism, these shapeshifters, these energy harvesters, these people that love to sacrifice children. You're being freed from this. And it's unexpected to them, even though they knew it was going to happen no matter what. January. Remember, I have been picking up for 6 months now that somebody is going to try to come in the middle of January. And we're at the beginning of February right now. So maybe this person was trying to bring an unexpected shift in for January for you to be losing out for another year. This person, whoever tried to exchange their destiny at the new year, has fucked their own life up. Literally. Stop spamming the chat. So yeah. Stop spam. You're getting blocked. Stop spamming the fucking chat. You're harassing everybody else that doesn't believe in your rhetoric, and I don't respect you for that. You need to go in timeout like the child that you are. If you love Jesus so much, why don't you go connect with Jesus? Stop fucking spamming the chat. Sorry about that, you guys. Shit irritates me. Anyways, like, who said that Jesus wasn't awesome? Who the fuck said that? Why is this person just automatically assuming that we don't love Jesus? We love Jesus, but we're not going to use and abuse Jesus like the Christians do. That's not what our journey is about. Throwing our burdens on Jesus? Leave Jesus alone. Holy shit. If people would just develop their own connection to God like Jesus had, their lives would get better. You're dealing with people that are stupid and ignorant and lost. And so it's agitating, but at the same time, don't hold on to any long-term resentment to these people. They're not worth it. You set a goal to reach new people, to do the right thing, and you're reaching that goal. This is like you getting a brand new fresh start in a new direction. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting blessed. These people are stressed because you're getting blessed in an unexpected way. These people thought that they had done you in, that they had sealed the, hammered the last nail in the coffin type thing. I mean, I don't think coffins work like that anymore, but you get the picture. It's like trying to make sure that you've done somebody in. If these people took your picture, anything of yours to the graveyard, that energy has been disconnected. Okay? Foolish people. Cancer time, which is a water sign. June 22nd to July 22nd. Nurture your interests, sensitive cycles, security. Somebody was trying to mess with your security. They have to get past Archangel Michael, which is not going to happen. To be able to knock this crown off your head, these people have to get past Archangel Michael. They're not going to do that. It's not possible. This is your choice. Your destiny is your choice. What you do with this information and what you do with everything moving forward is your choice. Your ancestors trust you to make the right decision. I feel like you guys are not going to go backward. You're not going to go about continuing generational curses, you know. Literally, you're not going to go down that road because you have power and authority in the here and now to tap into your own connection with the divine, to receive messages, to see what's going on. And you're probably not even asking about your fate and all of that. And this person, whoever this Cancer energy is, they want to know every little detail about you and your life because they feel like information gives them power. This person is fucking powerless. If they would go within and use their own intuition, their intuition would tell them to leave you alone. But they're not smart enough to do that. They're going to look for God in every other part of the fucking world on the outside of them, and they're never going to find it. That's it. That's unfortunate. Instead of waiting around, it's like the people there was a plane of athletes that crashed into a mountain, and and they were sitting there waiting to be rescued. Don't sit around and wait for some Jesus, probably a fucking alien, to come out of the sky and rescue you. Take it upon yourself to rescue yourself. First of all, don't put yourself in situations where you need to be rescued. That would probably be the first thing. If you're gonna do boxing, try not to get hit. That's just literally common sense. But yeah, you guys have the ability to give salvation and deliver yourselves, and it's through your own connection to God, not Jesus's connection to God. That's never going to be the answer. And I'm not discrediting Jesus or anything that Jesus went through, but that is not the fucking answer. Has that answer worked for anybody? Anybody ascended out of here off of Jesus's connection, or do people have to make their own connection with God? I mean, everybody that was written about in the Bible, from Moses to King Solomon to Jesus, and Noah, they all had their own one-on-one personal, and Adam, Lilith, and Eve all had their own personal relationship with God, with the divine. Okay, there is no Jesus that they could have just gone to save them. And that's stupid to think like that. Oh, Jesus will take care of it. No, you're creating your reality with your thoughts and beliefs. You work on it. And that way your life will actually get better. You know that, though. This Aries, whoever this person is, they're extremely strong-headed. They're like bull-headed. They just won't, they're stubborn. March 21st through April 19th. This person will not let go of you and your energy and your crown. They're not going to ever sit in your position. This person doesn't have the wisdom. They are not an angel. They're not an angel walking this earth. You have been proven to be. This person needs to back out of your energy immediately and go repent for the mistakes that they've made. Specifically, they need to repent for fucking with you and trying to knock your crown off your head. When you had to get this crown out of the fucking mud, literally, you had to get down in the dirt with everybody else and get this crown out of the mud to put it on your own head to be where you're at. This is not something that just was given to you randomly. The universe doesn't make ridiculously stupid fucking decisions at a whim like humans do. Okay? The universe is very methodical. If you look at the way things manifest, they're usually grown. It takes a time to create a human being. It takes at least 9 months. Ridiculous. This person is seriously stupid. They think that because they think that they would be a better leader. Okay, then this person should just start leading. But this person's already going to hell. So anybody that they lead is going to go the same place that they go. So how can this person be a leader? They can't. They can't take your crown off your head. They can't knock you down. They can't stick their hand in your cookie jar without getting their hand cut the fuck off. This person is literally deliberately irritating. They have agitated your spiritual team to the highest point of pissivity, okay? And now they're having to deal with you calling down judgment. If you have to call for God to judge the situation, the situation needs to be judged. And it's not you judging it. It's you asking God to assess it, because people have gotten, they're not in their own position. This Aries, this Cancer, both of these people are not doing what they were sent here to do. And they were not sent to this planet to gang stalk, bully, and harass you. A long time. Literally. This, like I said, it takes a long time to create a human. 9 months. I think that's a long time in my own perspective. These people think that they can just come up overnight. They believe that you were just randomly gifted something great. The universe is not a dumbass, okay? The universe and God and the creator is not stupid. This is why I don't understand these people and the way that they think. Like, that you just randomly came into this power and success? No, you were created this way. And who is going to argue with the way that God created you? If God created you a certain way, who the fuck are these people to actually protest that and argue with God? Okay. You are given the power and the abilities and the connection and the authority because you can be trusted. These people, nobody trusts them. Not just the divine, but nobody on this planet that knows these people trusts them. This took a long time for you to get to where you are. It did. It's not something that somebody can overnight just strip you of, like delusions. Even if this person tried to erase your platform or whatever you have going for yourself or your work, you still have already impacted the lives of hundreds of thousands of people that you've interacted with. So again, this person thinking that they can just randomly kick you off of your throne and take something from you, that's something that the devil or some low vibrational energy told them. Because that's not actually true. For this person to be in your position, they would have to be fostered for a very long time in a certain type of way. And they don't have the genetic makeup to be you. February. This is all coming into existence this February, which is now. Today is like the first day of February. If you're watching it in real time. If you're not watching it in real time, this message will still be for you. But yeah, saying to take stock of resolutions and assess your progress, transition, reflect, and prepare. Because there's going to be a transition this February where these people transition out of your life. They're no longer allowed to affect you. They're no longer allowed to prey upon you. These people have to answer to a higher power, and they have to come to terms with why they decided to do unlawful, unjust things to take something from somebody else that they did not work for. These people, if they tried to strip you of a blessing, they can't maintain the shit. It's one thing to become rich. It's another thing to stay rich. It's one thing to become famous. It's another thing to stay famous. These people can't maintain anything. Virgo time. You may want to see where Virgo's at in your chart because you look pretty innocent. Virgo energy to me is a great energy. There's for every zodiac sign, there's positives and there's negatives. There's always going to be good and bad people of every zodiac. But I literally get that somebody trying to call judgment on you is called judgment upon themselves. This is why it says, do not judge other people, or you will be judged the same way. These people are out there committing sin after sin after sin after sin, trying to break down an honest, true, virtuous person, and they're not able to do that. And they're seeing the effects of what that looks like in their own life, and they don't like it. They don't like having to look in the mirror and see the reflection that's staring back at them. That's their own problem. Literally, this person cannot take something from you that you've been doing for a very long time or you've been working on for a very long time. They can't just block that. They don't have the power. They don't have whatever the fuck they would need to do that. This person is not given a green light by the universe. They're told to stop. Aquarius time, which is the same thing as February. We're in Aquarius right now. Yeah, we're in Aquarius right now. So this is... Be aware of people asking you your zodiac sign. Somebody wants to just classify you in a group with other people, and you are more integrated with the zodiacs than just being one zodiac sign. Somebody wants to just get information because they feel like information is power, and they can use that information to hurt and harm you, and they can't. No. Divine timing is at play with you guys. It is divine timing. It's an unexpected shift to happen this January for you to come into a success and abundance and have your needs fulfilled. This February, I feel like going all the way through May, you are going to be receiving blessings. And these people are going to have to watch. They're going to have to watch. Manifest. They're like literally, you're over here manifesting. These people are going to have to watch you manifest the life that you actually deserve, which is a good one. You're manifesting this divine timing to come in at the right time. It may not happen when you want it to. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got 82 people watching, 35 likes on the video. I know you guys can do better than that. Please like the video. These people are expecting some type of disaster to hit you. Seems to me like they're the only ones that are manifesting disaster. October. They could have been trying to do something to you in the month of October on Halloween. These people are stupid. Every fucking year that goes by, these idiots gather together and do this dumb shit. They're ignorant. The witches and warlocks treat Halloween like the new year. Okay? They could have been trying to set something up on a cycle for you to have to go through more torture. No, these people are the ones that are the literal pain and bane to everybody else's existence. They're going to have to go through their own trauma. Taurus time. These people were trying to affect your finances, your stability, your work, your job, your place of business. Okay, let these people rot in the personal hell that they built for themselves. I will not be extracting any of these motherfuckers when they die out of hell. I'm going to leave their ass there. I'm not saving any of these people. These two cards just flew out on the ground. I had to get them with my feet. Sagittarius and Gemini. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. I love your support, and I love you guys so much. Gemini, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is actually the year of the fire horse, which has the Sagittarius is fire sign, and the horse is, that's the Chinese zodiac. But I don't, you know, this Sagittarius energy, I don't get a bad vibe from that person. I do get a bad vibe from the Gemini, and I get also a bad vibe from this Taurus energy. These people are envious of you. Maybe you're going to be making a new connection with somebody that is a Sagittarius, business connection. Pisces. I don't like the energy of this Pisces person. No, disgusting. Yeah, this person, their destiny is up in the air. It's not a solid thing that's going to happen. Whatever they were thinking they were going to do to you is not happening. These people have to answer to the divine realm. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. On schedule, this is going to benefit you. So everything's happening when it should. Like I said, it may not happen when you want it to, but it's happening when it's meant to. And you're going to be much happier with the effects of it happening when it's supposed to happen rather than when you want it to happen. Just like this Aries wants you to be stripped of your title, stripped of your abilities, stripped of everything, put out on the street and made homeless to beg. Why would the universe ever fucking do that to you? If you were ever in a position where you were suffering from poverty, it was these assholes that deserve literally to go through a life of poverty, because that's what they continue to do to other people. They stick their hand in other people's cookie jars, trying to steal the abundance of others. That is not cool. That's not a winning hand. You think anybody that can naturally go get things on their own, do you think that they would have to come to you? These people need to stop using you like you're the middleman between you and God. These people need to go to God themselves. They need to go within. And stop trying to fucking use Jesus like a middleman or trying to use Jesus' connection to God. That's pathetic. Stop it. I mean, all I can do is tell these people to stop, but they're stupid. They're ignorant. They're going to continue to do this dumb shit because that's what they believe in. Ignorance. Premeditated unaliving. These people were aiding and abetting other people who have actually hurt and harmed people. This is one reason that they're in trouble. They were trying to murder an earth angel, a light worker, a starseed. This is why they're in so much trouble. Trying to take an ascended master out of their ascended position, you're going to have a very hard time reaching somebody who's going through an ascension. I can guarantee that. You have cleared your space of these people. You cleansed your house. You blessed your property. And I would cancel and rebuke anybody through social media or any type of technology that is attempting to attack you, berate you, invade you, degrade you, humiliate you, whatever. Well, I don't give a fuck what they're trying to do. They need to go do it to somebody who's going to allow the shit to be done. You cancel and rebuke them. They are going to hell. Literally. They're going to hell. If you guys could get the likes up, I would so appreciate that. It really helps this platform. These people, you had to clear your space of this demonic force that they worship. These people are under the influence of some demon. That's why they're literally like this. They're broke and broken. You can't fix these people. It's a return to sender times 10, reversing curse. Everything that has to do with this devil energy, Archangel Michael is handling it for you. You probably prayed. You did something positive. You put good energy out into the universe. This is why you're getting everything back. And again, I cancel and rebuke you. I cancel and rebuke you. If you think the only way to God is through Jesus, you're ignorant as fuck. Because Jesus went to God himself. You're trying to use Jesus like the fucking middleman. okay? Which is unnecessary. Anybody that's in the Bible had their own relationship with God. You're a fucking fake ass bitch. Point blank, period. I cancel and rebuke you, and I report you to Archangel Michael for being ignorant and being an asshole. Your beliefs are not everybody else's beliefs. And you obviously don't even know your own rhetoric, because you're as much a sinner as everybody else on the fucking planet. You have made more mistakes judging others, and you will be judged equally in that same exact fucking way for fucking with the chosen one. Point blank, period. That's the actual real truth of the situation, but you're going in timeout like the little bitch child that you are. Anyways, fucking ignorance. People that go into this religious psychosis bullshit and they go attacking other people, okay? Stop. Build your own relationship with God. Stop trying to use Jesus's connection to God. Stop. I'm sick of these people. Stop being delusional. If you love the Bible so much, go read the Bible. But it was written by the people that betrayed Jesus to his fucking face, if you didn't know that. And Jesus did not read no Bible, did not go to church, was not a part of religion. You're a fucking hypocrite. And I'm not going to tolerate that shit. Not on my platform. You can go anywhere else on this internet and be a piece of fucking shit. But the one place that you're not going to do that shit is on my platform. This is my end of the internet. And God put me here to reach actual people. And you're causing problems for everybody the fuck else. Sorry, you guys. Anyways. Just block these people. Fucking ignorance. There's obviously something that's agitated within me that keeps drawing idiots in, or it's just the reality that we live in. But I don't want to even accept the reality that people are dumb enough to be worshiping, doing necromancy, which is what the Bible the fuck is. It's all people that are dead. You can't go question any of the people in the Bible about what they wrote. And it was all designed to fit a Catholic fucking canon. All of the other books that are like the missing pieces, like the Book of Enoch, were not even included in the Bible because it didn't fit their fucking narrative to control mankind. All of these people that are brain dead and brainwashed, they're beyond help. Maybe they do need Jesus and that's the only way for them. But the rest of us who have a regular brain to think with, who are not under fucking mind control, can develop their own relationship with God. And we can do it by going within ourselves and tapping in the way that Jesus did it. Okay? Jesus didn't have a Jesus to go to. Irritating. I feel like people like that want to be so judgmental of everybody else, the reason that they get put up under judgment so quickly is because they don't ever look at their own behavior as being a fucking issue. They go around repeating the things that some dead person said, taking it completely out of context, which it's already taken out of context, and trying to use and abuse necromantic bullshit against another person. Stop. Those people will be freaking judged for that shit because they're judging others. If they would just mind their own fucking business, go back to reading their Bible or whatever makes them happy, maybe their life would get better. But they go onto platforms with people that they feel are a problem and they feel like they need to interject their bullshit belief system. And I'm calling bullshit on it. I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. And I'm not saying that Jesus was not great. I'm just saying that Jesus never said any of the shit that people are saying about Jesus. Okay? It's not, oh, go cast your burdens on Jesus and never take care of your own problems. Jesus was meditating in the desert, going within. And Jesus was also a psychic, a prophet, and somebody that could turn more magical than me, that could turn water into wine. I can't turn water into wine. Okay? I think it's insane that people are not even asking their own intuition about anything. They just repeat things that were told to them because that's all they can do. They're NPCs. They're not a real person in there. Like, try and find that person's soul. They don't know what the fuck that is. They don't know what a connection to God is. I can look at anything in this universe and see that there's God within it. People that can't and that think that Jesus is the only way, that's their belief system. For them, Jesus may be the only way. I'm not going to fucking help them out of anything. When they pass on and are in a state of existence that they don't want to be in, you could call it hell, you could call it self-imposed purgatory, whatever the fuck you want to call it. When people send themselves, they see their life review, see all of the fucking mistakes they made, and then they send themselves to a low vibration because they believe that they need to suffer. When those people are suffering, I will not be the one to take them out of that situation. Maybe they should learn how to get out of hell them fucking selves. Because Jesus is not going to rescue them. Delusions. People that are sitting around judging other people, Jesus is not going to come through and rescue anybody that's sitting around judging another person, trying to crucify somebody the fuck else. That's pretty offensive to even be doing to Jesus in the first place. The tree of hell. This is what I'm talking about. These people are fucked. They're going to hell. And like, this is why God is greater than me. I am a compassionate person to a certain point. But at a certain point, I just have to like stop seeing the ignorant bullshit. Okay? It's like, I am compassionate to a certain point, but I'm not perfect. God is perfect. God will sit around and wait for these losing ass pieces of shit to eventually turn away from their Bible thumping weird bullshit and turn to actual real God by going within. The divine is timeless. It'll sit around forever. I don't have the patience, nor do I have the fucking like stamina to sit around for fucking ever and wait for people to wake the fuck up. They either are going to get in alignment or they're not. That's it. From my experience, they're either going to get in alignment with going within and creating a real connection, or they're not. They're going to leave this planet without having any of their questions answered, without having anything worked out, and they're going to continue to go in a reincarnation cycle over and fucking over again, being trapped in the matrix. It's not my job to rescue them. It's not Jesus's job to rescue them, and it's not your job to rescue them. These people wanted to condemn you to hell. What made them the judge? What the fuck have they done in their life that makes them so great that they can condemn another living person who's also having a human experience to a lifetime or an eternity of hell and poverty? What have these people shown God? These people have shown God, the Most High, the higher self, that they're not worth investing in. This is why when a tragedy occurs, you will always be protected. These people, they have tragedies happen to them all the time. They're always feeling victimized by everything. These people probably blame the politicians for the problems. It's not the politicians. It's them. People are not going to ever figure out. Like, I don't feel like these people are ever going to fucking figure out that they are their own problem. That the reason that they're experiencing stupid shit is because of their own thoughts and beliefs. People that want to like blame everything the fuck else in existence for their creation, that's delusional. Those people will never change. They'll never wake up, and that's on them. They're choosing to stay ignorant, and they're going to sit around waiting for the fuck ever for Jesus to come through, and it's not going to happen. Not in the way they want. They need to access their own Christ consciousness and save themselves. Build their own connection with God. Stop trying to condemn everybody else, especially people who are doing the right thing. It feels like these people only like to come for people who are actually doing the right thing. They see somebody getting valor, being honest, being true, being themselves, and they're like, well, I can't deal with that. These people are going to hell. That's the future of this situation. The future is that these people are going to continue to lie to themselves and to everybody else. They're going to blame everybody else. These people are the real imposters. You know, if these Christians were so good like they say they are, why the fuck are they not out? Why are they on this platform watching somebody who is actually connected to God? Why are they not out helping the homeless and doing what Jesus was doing, the shit that I'm doing, basically? And I'm not calling myself Jesus in any type of way. I said I can't turn water into wine, but I'm literally a prophet the same way that Jesus was a prophet. These people intend to cheat their way through everything. You can't cheat your way through the fucking universe. These people don't understand that. Like, their heart will be weighed by the feather of my yacht, and these people will literally not be able to move forward. That is on them. They're walking around with grudges and all of this extra bullshit ass energy towards everybody else. But they, instead of seeing, like, these people are experiencing the mirror effect of seeing something in somebody else that they don't have, and they're mad about that. They don't have a real connection to God. They have to rely on a connection to, like, and that's relying on someone else's connection to God. Create your own. You already have your own. You might as well just use it. We're all born with the ability to connect with our higher self. We all are. There's not one person on this planet that does not have that opportunity still. These people are lying, bearing false witness, white lies. They like to lie. They like to deceive. They like believing in lies. They like believing in man-made constructs because it makes them feel safe. That's the way that they were programmed. That we're not going to be put up under judgment because we were not put through the same brainwashing control programming bullshit. We were not created that way to be NPCs, to follow what everybody else says. Name one person that's gained ascension through the Bible. Oh, there's nobody. Or through any written dead ass text. Nobody. Okay. But there are people who gained enlightenment through their own connection, like Buddha. He gained enlightenment. Did he ascend and live forever? Probably not in the physical sense. No, he had a human life. He died a human life. Jesus died as well. His spiritual ascension was a spiritual ascension. You're getting an ascension without having to die. Like, you could look at your ego passing away and you realizing that you are God and not this little version of yourself that you always saw. That could be an ascension in itself. You guys are literally being taught something completely different, and it's for a reason. Let's get the likes up, you guys. That would really help this platform. But yeah, I feel like somebody is trying to condemn you and they don't have, they're trying to use a rule or regulation from some type of sacred text that they consider to be holy, even though they don't know these people that wrote these words, and they're taking it out of context and they're trying to use something that was created, supposed to be created for good. They're trying to use it for bad. Whatever. That's on them. That's just being a manipulative fuckhead. They think because they have a little bit of Bible knowledge that makes them credible. These people are not credible. They're following somebody else's fucking rules, not God's law, because God's law says respect other people. Don't judge others. If you judge others, you're going to be judged. Point blank, period. Treat others how you want to be treated. These people aren't respecting universal law. They're following whatever the fuck their book tells them to follow. It's not even their book. They're taking the shit completely out of context and trying to use it in a way it was never meant to be used. This is why this shit backfires on these people every time. Air sign energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You guys could be air signs. You could be moving towards, your own future. Educating yourself. The Bible is a spell book. Amen to that. Seriously. It literally is. It can be used to curse or to bless. Just depends on what part of it's being used. That's why I feel like people that are completely outsourcing to, and I love Jesus. I love everything about Jesus's life. I find it very interesting. I love Jesus's energy, but I would never ever try to cast my burdens, the things that I've created for myself to go through, on another fucking living entity, whether that is Jesus or anybody else. Okay, I'm gonna deal with my own shit, heal, and continue to move forward and evolve, because that's what I know is going to work. It's been proven. There was a time when I was calling out to Jesus. Did Jesus come through and rescue me? Absolutely fucking not. That didn't break my faith. It just showed me that instead of relying on Jesus's connection to God, I should be making my own, like everybody else that's in the Bible that had anything of worth to contribute. This person, whoever they are, they're getting the wrath of God right now. These people are going to be stripped overnight. And I didn't even think that that was possible, but I guess it is. It is possible for these people that already don't have anything. There's a reason that they don't have anything, and it's not you. You're not the reason that these people were caught stealing. You're not the reason that these people were caught energy harvesting. They want to make you the reason, but these people were snakes from the very beginning. You're not a rodent. You're not their natural prey. You will trample these snakes down. These people lost their abilities. Whatever they were doing with this fake ass ability is over. They will be back. Yeah. These people should just apologize and be respectful of other people's beliefs and other people's cultures and stuff and other people's lives. But they don't have that within them. You know, the necessary integrity that causes somebody to show respect to another living being. These people think they're superior, probably because they feel like they're this, a Caucasian. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Sir, ma'am, it, they, them, take several seats. You being white does not make you better than everybody else. You being anything does not make you better than anything else. The only thing that's going to make you have a better life than somebody else is if you make the right choices and invest in doing things that are in alignment with your higher purpose, your higher self, love, joy, and peace, and gratitude and compassion. When you move in the way that the universe is already wanting you to move, everything comes into alignment. These people should have apologized to you way back in the day when they were trying to restrict you from whatever this is. They don't have that power. There's no Bible. There's no fucking spell book that's going to give these people power over another person. Church members, like I said, Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses. It's funny how they can call themselves these denominations and not have witnessed anything with God in their entire fucking existence. And that's what I had. That's the experience that I had with religion. Nothing. Nothing, no connection, nothing. That's why when I got the information of the truth of God, I gained a real authentic connection. And that's one that cannot be tampered with. These people can't stop that. They can't block me from being connected to God. And anybody that's ever tried to do that has been severely punished for it. In fact, their connection's been cut off. These people were always being scandalous. These people are like literally trying to cook up conspiracies. There's not a conspiracy. The conspiracy is that these people are stupid. They follow other people. They don't follow their own intuition. These people are told to have blind faith and believe in a book written by dead people that don't even exist, that we don't even know if we could prove that they ever did exist, to be quite honest. The kingdom of heaven is within. What part of that tells you to go outsource to a fucking book or anything outside of yourself? Literally. I got tired of crying out to Jesus and nothing happening. So I decided to go within and make my own connection to Christ consciousness. And that's when shit actually decided to change. It started to, through me loving myself and caring about my own connection enough to create one and to go within and tap into my authentic self. These people are they're so lame. Lying on you is not going to get them blessed. Like lying on another person, making up false things about somebody else is not going to get them blessed. Like, what the hell? Why do they think that they can continue to commit sin after sin, judging people, throwing out their rhetoric and being full of shit? And that they're going to be blessed for that. Has anybody ever been blessed by cursing another person? That's not how the universe works. What you send out, you will get back. You can think you can control the way you send it out, but you do not control the way that the universe brings it back to you, and you don't control when the universe brings it back to you. I would rather be hit with the karma immediately so I could know what I was doing was not the right choice and make a different decision, instead of being an innocent ass child in another fucking lifetime and randomly get hit with a bunch of karma from another life and not know why it's happening. That's I would rather have it happen here and now so I could learn the lesson and move forward and better myself. rather than having to be an innocent person or an unaware person in the future, and not have access to the truth of God or to any type of enlightenment, and be hit with a bunch of negative karma, and then make up whole other beliefs about God and the universe that are not even accurate and true. These people feel like God hates them. That God does not hate these people. God's just not going to back their bullshit. They believe that their Bible or their holy text gave them authority over others, and it did not do that. It does not do that. It's out of context. It only applies to people. The Bible and the rules in the Bible only apply to the people that believe in those rules. And even then, it doesn't even really apply to them. You can't really hold anybody, like you can't really persecute anybody for anything. These people, they could be living on a whole other side of the planet, or other side of the United States, at least. If you're in the US, these people could be living in a whole different time frame. They're on a different path. I can tell you that. These people are not on the same journey that you're on. These people will probably, they'll hear the information that comes out of my mouth and out of your mouth, and they'll reject it immediately because it causes them to take self-accountability. And that's something that they fear more than the wrath of God or anything else, is having to be held accountable for the shit that they've done. They just want to be rescued by an external force that's not going to show up. These people need to go within and find out why they have so many problems, why they feel the need to do witchcraft on other people. Why send spell work to others? Why even do this demonic shit? Why hide in a religion? If these people are satanic and evil and whatever's wrong with them, why don't they just be that way? They would find other people that are on the same vibration as them. But these people are trying to hide and acting like they're good people while they're trying to cut another person down. Shut the fuck up. No. They're doing exactly what the Romans did to Jesus. They're doing that to you. They're doing exactly what the whole story of Jesus was supposed to teach everybody, not to try to crucify other people. They're doing that exact shit to you. And they're unaware of it. They're like, oh, no, it's my belief. Okay, well, your belief is going to take you to fucking hell. I hope that you're happy with that. Taking accountability for what you're creating and what you're doing is the only way. These people want you to hurt yourself. Do not hurt yourself. If you feel any type of urge to do that, cancel and rebuke that energy. Ask your inner self to show you what that is, because that's not you. These people want you to literally take your own life. They're going to have a very difficult time with that, because you guys are not no weak pussies. I have a very difficult time with that. In fact, these people might take themselves out. The moment that they realize that they were trying to crucify another Jesus walking this earth is the moment that they're going to be like, oh shit, I really fucked up. And I can't undo all of this witchcraft that I did. All of this trying to get somebody to take themselves out and harm themselves. All that shit's going to come back to me. Yikes. I can't do anything about the way it comes back to me. No, they can't. Pick a card from the Cosmic Oracle. These people are confused about themselves. They don't have the same type of connection. They don't have a connection, point blank period. Their connection is the Bible, then they have none. And a higher power is not going to allow anybody to abuse any type of book that was meant to teach people not to crucify others, not to judge others, not to try to put everybody in one box. They're coming for the same people that carry the exact DNA and the exact traits that Jesus did. That's got to be the dumbest shit ever. Like literally, that's dumb. To me, that's stupid. They're putting themselves in the same position to have to repent either way. And the thing is that, you know, they have to figure out how to forgive themselves. All right. The universe is not going to let it go. The universe is not going to forgive. The universe is not, and Archangel Michael is not going to let this person succeed. Okay. They have to literally actually be sorry for the suffering that they caused somebody else and make a change. But telling them to do that is like telling them to pluck their own eyes out. They don't want to do it. They'd rather send the evil eye to you than pluck the eye that offends everybody else out of their own head. It's like crazy to me. Yes, luck is on your side. It's not just luck. It's good fortune, you guys. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps the platform. It helps the algorithm know that this content's worth other people seeing it, so we can spread the good message of the real gospel, which is actually current thing of God being great right now, and we having us having access to God right now, not having to wait for somebody to come back and give us access. We were born with it. All we need to do is go within and tap into our own inner well of wisdom and our own kingdom of God within. We don't need anybody else. Isn't that a fucking relief that we don't have to sit around and waiting for a apocalypse or a rapture or something the fuck else to happen? We can actually take it upon ourselves and make a connection with God in this very moment. I think that that's the most empowering thing that anybody could come across. The people that want to reject that, they're people that are powerless and they don't want to be in control of their lives. They want somebody else to drive the ship for them, to literally get in their vehicle. And this is why people allow themselves to become possessed. They do. They don't want to be the one responsible for swerving out of their lane and going into somebody else's. They would rather be possessed. They would rather for Jesus to take the wheel. Okay, let these people sit around and be the only ones left on this fucking earth while you go through a regular, real ascension. Give it time. Everything in divine time. Remember how I said that everything in this universe grows? To create a person, they can't just undo what God has already set into motion through nature's laws, okay? By you being like, you know, brought into existence through your mother's womb, which is a portal. They can't go undo that. And if they attempt to, they're going to lose things that they never thought that they even valued. Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys too. Like, these people will lose a lot more than just what is in the physical realm. They already don't have credibility in the spirit. The ancestors, the archons, nobody looks at these people like they're worth a shit. And they know that. They know that. Let go. Yeah, I will always tell you guys that letting go of beliefs that no longer serve you will make room for you to butterfly and transform. Literally. Because a new beginning is coming to you either way. You continue to use your intuition, okay? The red flags that you ignore today will come back to bite you later. Yeah. I know that there's still something that I need to heal with why people are so judgmental and fucked up. And I hope that when I get through whatever the belief is, it could just be a memory of people being like this, that hopefully everything will change. But, you know, we're still working in an imperfect world. So all we can do is become more of the traits of our higher self by tapping in with God and meditating, going within, gaining that access, entering into the kingdom, and being one with our higher selves. That's the best that we can do. That will make us more perfect people. Is it going to be the 100% answer? It is. That's the 100% answer to everything, is going within and gaining your own connection. Caution. Use caution with these people. They should have been a little bit more classy and tactful when it came to you, and they should have used caution when it came to you. I always tell people at the beginning not to bully me or anybody in my collective, because I will turn into Sekhmet real fucking quick and cut somebody's head clear off their shoulders, make them go through a real ego death real quick. And that's just me protecting the people that actually need me, that should not be put up under judgment because a narcissist read a fucking book and they think they know something. They don't know anything from having a real experience themselves. The only thing that they know is the shit that other people had experiences with, which is relying on somebody else's connection. That is never going to be the answer. When we're creating our thoughts and our beliefs and our own reality, how is somebody else the answer to our own problems? Look, these people, they're being lied to. That's not your problem. These people are also liars. Their nose is sticking out real far, looking real stupid. Be careful. This person, these people, they're sneaky. They want to sneak around and pretend to support you. The universe and God and the archangels and everything in the divine realm and even you already knows an authentic and a not authentic person. Okay. So these people can pretend to play around in your energy as long as they want. But what's going to happen to them is they're going to have to be forced to watch you succeed and watch God prepare a table before you, while these people and their bigoted ass minds are led into more confusion as to why you are still being blessed when they thought that they took away your anointing and took away your divine connection and cut you off from God and all of that. I mean, who in their right mind, if they believe in Jesus, why would they ever try to do that to somebody else? Why would they try to do any of this shit to anybody? That's the question that I really want to know. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? To the point where they feel like they need to do things to other people, that take it upon themselves to be an asshole. Like, it's no. People don't respect fake ass frauds. This person, you could be giving your pet some more affection. I love pets. I love animals. I love them. I think that animals are one of the best teachers of unconditional love. And that's truly, having a pet is a blessing. Having a child is a blessing. These people look at their kids and their pets like they're, a burden. Like, no, that's a blessing. That's a blessing to go through the experience of being a father or a mother. That is a blessing. To have your lineage continue on, that is a blessing. Having a pet, a furry family member, that is also a blessing. The way that animals will sacrifice themselves to save us is crazy, especially dogs. You know, animals are teachers of unconditional loves. And I believe truly in my soul that animals are angels. I really do believe that. I believe that angels take the form of an animal to help teach us about unconditional love. And so for those of you that are benefiting from a pet, this is a very stable thing for you. Some of you guys could have, what is it called when you have a pet that helps you stability? One of those, you could have your pet could be registered as like one of those pets that helps people. You know, even cats are loving and therapeutic and peaceful and protective. I feel like whoever this person is, they lack common sense. They also lack the lesson of unconditional love. These people think that everything comes with conditions, and they want to put you up under some type of condition or fit you into a box that you're not made to fit into. Let's get the likes up, you guys. You guys could be getting ready to take a vacation soon. You know, you're having joy with your life. You could be taking your pet on a vacation. It could be a mini vacation or it could be a bigger vacation. I feel like you will be traveling soon, which is a good thing. Not keeping your energy stagnant, moving about, going to see your family, going to see your friends, going to wherever it is that you want to see on this planet. You might as well take advantage of the time that you have here to do the things that you want to do in life, instead of like these people being all gripey and grumpy because they don't get to do the shit that they want. They make up so many excuses and lies as to why they feel like they don't get to do the things that they want, and they blame everything on the outside of them instead of going within and asking themselves, well, why don't I just take a vacation? Why don't I just go to Disney World? Why don't I just go visit that family member? They're always, oh, the circumstances. It's like, no. People can do whatever they want, but what they can't do is take away somebody else's free will. That's what they can't do. Guardian, a lost loved one watches over you. And I don't feel like loved ones are lost. Sometimes spirits don't cross over for whatever reason. When I come across that, I use the truth of God technique. I use the God technique and I take whatever is around me into the energy of God and it crosses it over. But yeah, this deceased loved one, this crossed over ancestor, this guardian angel is watching over you, guarding you from any type of misfortune. This is why these people are being told, even when you travel, you're protected. These people are being told to back up out of your energy. Yeah, intimacy, because this is what I feel like somebody actually wants from you, but they're not going to be forthcoming about that. You're not going to be intimate with some loser that's stalking you through the internet, okay? In what world? You're being protected from this person that only wants sex or whatever they want. You're so much more than just sex. Literally, you are worth so much to the universe. You are universe's gold. You're being told to move on from this person, to let them go. Someone is unavailable and a waste of time. It is over. This person's also being told to move on from you. They gambling in the reverse. These people, they were making a major gamble with trying to do this to you, and then commitment. These people have already made a commitment to something that's very low vibrational. They might as well just follow the path that they're on and go to hell. Like literally. What they're not going to do is be in hell and be asking for, oh, I knew that, oh, I can get out of hell free card because I knew that chosen one a long time ago. That's never going to fly. You what? You knew a child of God a long time ago? But what did you do to that child of God? You just because you know somebody doesn't mean you get out of hell free card. Get on with that shit. These people know damn well that they can't get out of what they've done. The universe has a way of paying people back. And if you've done good things, you sowed good seeds, you'll see good fruits. If you've done bad things, you'll see the lack of good fruits. Okay? These people, I don't know, whatever sacrificial magic they were doing, lying on others, sacrificing children, these people are weirdos. To me, that's an alien concept. To sacrifice somebody else to become a person of power, that's not power, that's real power. That's fake ass power, and it can be stripped away faster than it was gained. Love spell. This is what I was picking up with the intimacy card. These people are trying to throw everything in the book at you. That's crazy. You've already survived this, though. You're not up under love with these people. You don't want anything to do with them. Why would they even try to put a love spell on you? That's seriously, pathetically fucked up. These people are losers. Principalities. Trying to use some type of principality to force you to love them. That is psychotic. People need to get a life. What else do we need to know? These people have repressed trauma. They have forgotten a vital piece of the information that touch not mine anointed and do the people that work for me no fucking harm. These people have royally fucked up. They've even fucked up in within their own scriptures. These people have made mistakes. These people should not be judging anybody because of the shit that they're doing. They should not be judging anybody else. This is why it says, do not judge other people. Because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm not judging these people. The universe is. I could give a fuck less. Like, to be quite honest, I don't care about people that don't care about themselves. I'm not going to waste my energy on that. Yeah, these people were doing something on the computer to try to hack you. They don't even know why they're trying to block you. That's psychotic. And jealousy and envy is not a fucking reason. That's an excuse. These people, car accident, roadblock, obstacles, these people are getting in some type of bad accident. This is why you just leave other people alone and let them live their lives in peace, and you don't disturb other people's peace. That's probably the best advice for everybody, is mind your own business, you know, tend to your own wounds, lick your own wounds, heal yourself, go within, connect with God, do what you need to do to keep yourself afloat, and don't be trying to tear anybody else down. These people just don't like that you're beautiful and you're smart and you're graceful and you're a fighter and you have faith and trust and hope and you cooperate with God. They don't like that. Oh, well. Let them not like it. At least you inspire other people. These people really believe that they're God in your universe. These people believe that they can do anything with their abuse of power. No, that's not the way that this situation works out. That's why you walk away. Amen to that. This is not the way that this situation works out. There was a warning, even in their own scriptures said, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets, the people that work for me, no harm. Point blank, period. These people wanted to be God themselves, but instead of being their God in their own life and taking control of their own reality and choosing thoughts that are in alignment with God, they decided to be God for somebody else. And that shit is just straight up not allowed. It's not ever going to be allowed. Fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Nobody can play God in your life. They cannot force you to worship them. Why would you worship another person? That's like fucking crazy. Okay, what else do we need to know moving forward? So we have water signs, air signs, and fire signs, which is basically leaving out earth signs. So you could be an earth sign. Yeah, warrior angels, Zachariel, Zaphiel, Seraphiel, Jangoniel, Boreal, Turiel, Arachiel. You have warrior angels protecting you. These people, they just wanted revenge, you know, because they're broke and broken. They wanted revenge because they're ignorant. That's their present energy, is they want revenge. These people will straight up come into your lane, try to force judgments upon you, and then when they get fucked up and judged by the universe because they shouldn't have been, they had no place doing that shit, then they're going to try to blame you and make you a target. And the universe is going to continue to target these people until they don't exist anymore. That's literally what's going to happen. They're going to blame you for getting in trouble. You got me in trouble with the universe. The karmic law finally came back and slapped me out. Now I can't abuse my power, abuse this book that was written a bunch of fucking centuries ago. I can't use this false power. Oh, well. Yeah, these people were trying to use water spirits against you. No. I don't care what their nationality is. The answer is no. Is there anything else we need to know? Just watch out for these people. We're going to finish with the angel number deck. I love the angel numbers. When you're seeing angel numbers, know that your life is in alignment. If you're able to see the angel number, you are in alignment. Where is it? Where is you angel numbers? Oh, here it is. Okay. So these angel numbers will give you a message about this experience. And when you see the angel numbers, they help you understand that you're in alignment. So you'll take whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're working on at the time, and apply that to the interpretation of the angel number. 666, reflect. These people are in beast mode. They need to reflect on their actions. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. 1515, the big break. You guys are getting a huge break. And that's part of what a vacation is. It says innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. If you were denied something in the past, you're getting approved. It says, keep going, have fun when performing your tasks. Not everything is supposed to be taken so seriously. The more that you can laugh at life, the easier things will be for you to cope. Especially when you have other people that are trying to make a joke out of you. 999, release. 999, release. There is something that I need to release, that you need to release. I think we're getting to the core of it. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might want to take advantage of better ones. If you're experiencing a significant change or a conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? 1441, with your unique skills. Life goals, missions, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It is that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career and business is of importance right now. Then we have 1331, which is about good fortune. And it says advice, comfort, major change, individuality, independence. Have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. So yeah, you guys are reflecting, you're going within, you're finding the answers to your own questions. You're not being led astray. I feel like this is your time to shine. This is your time to level up. There's nothing that these people are going to do about that. They can be as mad as they want. They can make as many stupid rules and regulations as they feel that they need to, but that's not going to limit you in any type of way. You do not apply to whatever the fuck these people are talking about. Like, you are the exception. There was a warning in the thing that said, touch not my anointed. You clearly work for God. You don't work for a church. You don't work for a state. You work for God. So these people that want to block that, they have to block God, and that's not possible. I also feel like these people are not going to be sorry until it's too late. Then they're going to be real sorry, and they can come and ask for your forgiveness, but they've already done too much. I don't think I could just randomly forgive somebody that was trying to backdoor me and backstab me and betray me. Let's get the likes up, you guys. Oh, you too. You guys have a wonderful night. So just know that. I feel like it would take me some time, and that even then I would still never let this person anywhere near me ever the fuck again. Okay? Because of what they already tried to do. That's just literally the way that I feel about people that are continual habitual betrayers and that betray themselves and everybody else. They're not even honest with themselves. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I'm going to talk about the 2 books that I suggest you guys get. The first one is The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. This information is not for everybody. People that want to stay stuck in the matrix and asleep, this information will cause you to ascend. There are 3 techniques in it that are, you know, the best in this book. I would say the most powerful that I use on a day-to-day is 1, the God technique, which raises you out of your ego. So you're looking out through the eyes of God, able to see things from a bigger picture and understanding your creation. The second one is the joy versus anger technique, which develops your intuitive yes and no answering ability. So you can ask immediate questions, get your answer, and then start leading your life being divinely led. The third one is the mind technique, which gives you the ability to clear thoughts and beliefs and like mental baggage and emotional baggage that's no longer serving you, so you don't keep dragging it through life. That way you don't have to continue to pull in the same exact experiences. The second book, and that's the link to that is in the description box below. The link to this book is also in the description box below. This is Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And for those of you that want to learn to read your own tarot cards, I have created the tarot card spreads in this book off of the original Rider-Waite, Ryderwaite. And the original Rider-Waite, I feel like just has the best pictures, best interpretations. If you're going to go ahead and get this deck, which I suggest that you do if you're wanting to learn to read cards for yourself or anybody else, get the one that's got the words right on it. It makes it so easy to read. It just really does. And that way, when you're learning about the entire deck of tarot, it can just be a really helpful guide. So I just opened to the Lovers Tarot Card Spread. I'm going to read position 3, the right hand of the cherubim. The card for this position represents one's greatest virtue. This could be a kind gesture along with charity work. If you are a humanitarian, that could be revealed in the card for this position. If you have any virtues that are passed down from either an ancestor or an angel of love, you may pick up on that through the card that you pull for this position. Position 5, the Man and Adam. The card for this position will reveal to you how in alignment you are with your divine masculine energies. You can see how integrated you are with the planet Mars. If you pull the Emperor for this card position, you will know that you are in direct descendant of Adam and in alignment with divine masculinity of your higher self. If you pull the Lover's Tarot card for this position, you can know that you are meant to be a husband and that you have a sacred soul contract available to you. Position 6, the Mountain or Rock. This card position will show to you what obstacle is in the way of your divine love soul contract, what is blocking you or delaying you and your love life from moving towards committed relationships. Sometimes love creates obstacles that you are not aware of until it's too late. This obstacle could be another person, a place, or a situation that is blocking you from being with the one that you love. If you are with the one that you love but need further information on whether this person is the one or the right one, then be sure to check your answer card for the card for this position. If you pull the Lovers in this position, you will see that no matter the obstacle, love is still on your side. This could predict a new love or a love that is being rekindled between two people. If you pull the Lovers card in the reverse for this position, you may want to get in touch with a divorce lawyer because things will not be looking good for you in in relation to your love life. If you pulled a strength tarot card for this position, it could indicate that you will climb the mountain and that you will be as stable and strong as a rock. And so the Lover's Tarot card spells to draw love into one's life. The spells that are in this book are just manifestation techniques that you do on yourself with the integrating the major arcana cards. The strength spell to become stronger. I'll read. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the strength of the Most High God into all areas of my life and energetic being. I accept the power that comes from the Most High, and I'm grateful for all of the strength that the divine has to offer me. And then, yeah, for each of the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions, at the end of the book, I have created a compendium of knowledge of different card combinations, the major arcana cards that could come out together and what that could mean. So I'm going to read the High Priestess. The High Priestess Tarot card is a spiritual practitioner card. The High Priestess is a self-initiatory and public initiation process. The High Priestess Tarot card indicates a spiritual seeker. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card in the reverse, you can rest assured that you are dealing with a dark practitioner of spirituality. If you pull the High Priestess card in the reverse and then you pull the Devil Tarot card, it indicates that a dark high priestess serves or worships the demonic. When you pull the High Priestess and then pull the Moon Tarot card, it could indicate that someone is working with the moon to spiritually possess you. If you pull the High Priestess and then pull the Hierophant Tarot card, it could indicate that the High Priestess has a teacher, coach, or mentor who is a Hierophant. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card and that comes out with the Strength Tarot card, it indicates that a High Priestess is extremely powerful. If you pull the High Priestess and the Death Tarot card, it could indicate that someone is working with the High Priestess to keep you stuck or stagnant in your life. It just keeps going on, but you guys get the gist. Check out the link to this book. All you need is the original Rider-Waite deck to start working with this. And you can do these tarot card spreads as many times as you want. You can do them like seriously all the time, and you will pick up new information and you'll be able to help other people. You'll be able to read for other people as well too. So I suggest those of you that want to develop your spiritual journey and go beyond the self-doubt of using tarot when learning to pull cards for oneself or pull cards for another, this is the book that's going to guide you and help you. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video. Tap the notification bell. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If anybody would like to leave a tip or donation, there are links in the description box below. But I am so happy with your hyping the video, liking the video, subscribing. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Okay. I always pray for you guys and I want the best for you guys every day. All right. So I am very consistent with that. I love you guys so much. Peace be with you. Thank you for liking the video. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.